and I walked up to you. I said, darling, when can we meet? 'Cause now it's not too late. I want to sit away alone by myself. I'm not just gonna stay away. I wanna just decide what is to be my fate. Alone by myself, I'm not just gonna stay away. But now it's not too late. I want to sit away alone all by myself. I'm not just gonna stay here and wait. I wanna just decide what is to be my fate. Alone all by myself. I'm not just gonna stay here and wait.
Good afternoon, everybody, and Parsons, thank you for the $2 super chat. Parsons was first, kind of, maybe. Well, first to super chat. Good morning, Virgo. Good to see you at work. We've got 4 stories today, 3 new ones, and then a repeat from yesterday, because we didn't get to play it live, and I'd like to play it live. There's a lot going on. As you can see, I survived the fair. I think I appeared this morning. Did I appear this morning? Yes, I did appear this morning on... Didn't I appear yesterday too, or was there no... I don't remember. Anyway, the fair was the fair. It was pretty good. I got upset tummy from the gyro. Think it was a reaction, but we'll see next year. I should have gotten the French fries that I normally do. Didn't do it this year. I listened to Gia. Would have probably helped with the stomach problems, and nobody wants to hear about that. So we're going to dive into the first thing you probably also don't want to listen to. That is Floyd Wallace and his pick for the best place to get gratification in the Northern Hemisphere. Oh boy. Wallace names best country for male gratification. Floyd Wallace recently livestreamed comparing the gratification a man can receive between the United States, Brazil, and Colombia, and ultimately determined that Brazil was the tops for male gratification in the year 2024. Wallace was fundraising to pay off his fines for a recent conviction in Texas, stating that he was almost done by paying the fine as $592 out of the nearly $800 of fine was remaining, and urging his fans to help pay the fine as conditions of his deferment could be reduced from 6 months of probation to 3 months of probation if the fine was paid in full. The YouTuber took super chats from his fans in order to respond to their questions, with a minimum of $2 in super chat donations per question. The main subject of questioning concerned Wallace's use of pay-for-play services while outside of the United States. Wallace urged his fans to use protection if they were ever in a pay-for-play situation. He stated he preferred to engage a pay-for-play participant from behind and would never attempt to perform interactions involving mouth-to-mouth contact, especially in Brazil, where he said his chances of receiving a transmittable outcome were greater than in Colombia or the United States. This was a change of pace for Wallace, who had previously stated that he was not... Yes, I had to be very careful now that we're monetized, so I can't just say what he was doing, but hopefully everyone gets the interaction stuff, because Floyd Wallace. I know. I know. Not concerned about transmittable outcomes, as all he had to do was take a shower to rid himself of unwanted concerns. While gratification of a pleasurable nature was deemed risky for Wallace, he made his pick for Brazil over Colombia and the United States, as pleasure services were more readily available, non-pay-for-play women were more willing to interact, and the money system was easier to understand than in Colombia. Wallace had previously detailed the downsides of living in Colombia and the United States in previous live streams. He added that the only downsides of Brazil was the higher price of living and greater taxes and tariffs on imported electronics. All in all, promising that Brazil is his current choice, as he was not finding satisfaction in the United States, and he looked forward to the immediate gratification he could find in the $20 range for pay-for-play he could find in the country. Wallace did entertain a bid to cold approach at the University of Texas Austin campus. He told the possible donor that he would need $500 to cover hotel and travel fees associated with making the 3-hour trip. He promised that he would ask for phone numbers along with Instagram information if he was paid his asking price. No one had paid his fee as of press time. So, yeah, and special cameo by Helen at the end of that one. You could hear her meowing. Oh, Lord, I am getting sick. I have to go to the DMV either tomorrow or Tuesday because my license expires the day after my birthday. So, yeah, it's perfect time to get sick. And people in the house are also sick. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. We do have our 1,200, we'll be up to 1,200 subscribers by then. 1,200 subscriber party tomorrow night, followed by my pre-birthday party on Sunday night, because I've changed my mind. We're not going to do something on my actual birthday, because there may be plans with family, plus the Seahawks are playing. And I'm going to torment myself by watching the Go Team play. Yeah, I didn't say the team name. I did not say the team name on Monday night. So with that, let's go into the next person you probably don't want to hear from. Audit. And Jason, here I have to upgrade to a real ID because I have had a license for so long. I have to bring in documents and show that I can actually... and hey, Facebook Karen, I have to show special documents to get a real ID so I can fly in after 5 months or whenever the cutoff is. So anyway, I am not saying that team name this year. I am just saying Go Team. Thank you, Parsons, for pointing it out. Go Team. Them audits Monet City Hall. After his demand to be named the National Secretary of Auditors on Tuesday, a revisit to the world of Audit Them was in order as we take a look at his most recent audit featuring the City Hall of the small town of Monet, Illinois. The YouTuber was muttering into his camera as he entered the small building, immediately noting that he did not see a posting of the town's total operating budget or a block diagram for total subdivision. Again, muttering into his camera and preparing to give the town low grades on his self-made checklist, he approached a woman at the front counter with his complaint that both the block diagram and the total operating budget needed to be on display per state statute or immediately be distributed to a person who asked for it. After briefly looking at his paperwork, the woman excused herself and asked him to wait in the lobby. Waiting a few minutes where he examined the bathroom sign that indicated the bathroom was a family bathroom. Audit Them jokingly complained that they would soon have to remove the male and female figures from the sign as they were not reflective of same-sex couples. The auditor was met by Ruben Bautista, the village administrator, who listened patiently to Audit Them's complaints and indicated that he could find most of the things he was seeking online. After Audit Them persisted and explained with the implied threat that today I am in the role of citizen, did Bautista get the hint and begin to gather the information Audit Them was seeking. After a long delay, Bautista returned with the parts of the information that was requested, directing the YouTuber to a magazine that contained part of the information. Audit then again explained that everything he had requested was required by the statute to be displayed openly in the lobby and to be available immediately on request, not the extended period it took to find the information. After working with Bautista, Audit then said he would be back to check in 30 days to see if the city would pass his checklist. When Bautista asked for a copy of his checklist, or even to see the checklist, Audit then refused to provide it to him, indicating that it was secretive. Bautista said that he would get the information posted to comply with the requirements of the state. Audit then pledged to himself that he would not file a negative report to the Illinois Secretary of State about these lapses just yet, as he ended the live stream. Now remember, that was Audit Them, who wants to be your National Secretary of Auditors. We had the story yesterday where he wanted 100 signatures of all the auditors in America to give him the right to be National Secretary of Auditing. Yeah, I can't make this up. He also thinks he'll be in some sort of role, maybe in government within a year's time. So, yeah, I don't know. I've sort of lost touch with Audit Them over the last year, and really, I wouldn't miss him if he disappeared again, but there was no other news, because Chili hasn't live streamed in a couple of days or done anything worthwhile. The only Chili update we do have is the defense in his LVMPD case submitted a flash drive today with the names redacted of people that they accidentally identified in the previous one, or previous version of that information. So next week, next Friday, we should expect another filing for a motion to dismiss by the defense. So we'll see. We will see. That's their deadline, is the 4th. So let's hit up Long Island Audit. Long Island Audit needs your money. Honest! Thursday's live stream from Sean Paul Long Island Audit. Riaz saw a focus on his current situation in Nassau County, New York, for charges of misdemeanor criminal contempt, which, according to Riaz, is motivated by the police to financially drain Riaz to the point where he cannot afford to defend himself in court. Joined by attorney Jacob Uriel and his new GoFundMe campaign prominently on display in the description of the video, Riaz asked his fans for help, which resulted in $929 in direct donations on Thursday to his Support Freedom Stand Against Tyranny Together fund. It now stands at $3,625 out of a $10,000 goal. His other campaigns were impacted as well, with his fund Legal Defense Against Unlawful Arrest earning $25, his Support the Fight Against Tyranny and Corruption Fund earning $122, and his Unlawful Arrest and Constitutional Rights campaign earning $62 for the day. Riaz took in a combined $1,134 for the day, with our own ongoing expensive campaign making up the last $10 in donations. No other campaigns received funding on Thursday. The YouTuber complained that he was put in a cell for 8 hours after his arrest, as police determined what to charge him with, and laughed as he heard officers having to answer dozens of calls as his fans flooded the police station on his behalf. There was confusion as to what to charge him with, as the arresting officers said it was originally a trespass violation, but couldn't make that stick as Riaz had never been previously trespassed from the building. He was also not in a situation where he had received a trespass warning and then refused to leave. Attorney Uriel explained that police will often use a charge as a placeholder, and then the district attorney will either raise or lower the severity of the charge to something that will actually serve what had happened. In this case, they used the misdemeanor criminal contempt charge in relation to disobeying a standing rule. The charge technically fits as the Nassau County Traffic Violations Bureau is considered a part of New York's district court system, and the no filming order by a judge applies to the filming within the building. Uriel also pointed out that New York's right to record law is an actual law that allows citizens to record police officers almost anywhere in the state. Since it is a law and not an order, it has more weight and would overrule any order by the court. Riaz is charged as a misdemeanor, according to Uriel, and would allow him to request a jury. Due to the severity of the punishment, Riaz would be allowed to have a 6-person jury if he requested a jury trial. Riaz and Uriel smugly said that they were looking forward to defending Riaz in court, as they are currently 4-0 in Nassau County-related charges against Riaz. The live stream had been viewed 144,846 times as of press time. On that note, if you'd like to continue to force the hard-working professional blogger and known pillar of the community, Jim Finch, to keep writing these dreadful columns each day, you can do so by contributing to the GoFundMe run by this very channel. All proceeds going to keep the lights on, eating, and writing new stories to feature here and on reallycoolsite.org. Pillar of the community. Pillar of the community. That's right. Pillar of the community. I mean, if I can say that with a straight face, I'm slightly better than Turtle Boy, who calls himself a journalism Jesus. I mean, really. So, yeah. Yeah. We've got one more for you, and this is a repeat from yesterday, but I would like to just air it live real fast, and then we'll get out of here. The newscast, the Purdue's newscast, is starting in about 13 minutes. And then I'm going to bed as I feel like death. So let's add this to stage and see what happens. 1,000 subscribers? What the what? And thank you. It was typical of my luck that the day we hit 1,000 subscribers would coincide with the day that I make my annual trip to the Bloomsburg Fair in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and I'd be unable to be on to celebrate the achievement. We're going to have our special show on Saturday night this week, as I'm still playing catch-up on the news, and I do have to keep my word and play Minecraft with really cool Rose on a stream in the near future. That'll be fun, as I totally don't understand the appeal of the game, and I may have to bus in my grandnephew to secretly play for me. So, 1,000 subscribers. I just want to thank everyone who has helped me, the team, and the channel out over the last few months. We started with no intention of making a YouTube channel of our own. It was purely circumstance as Pope Phil, Hank, and I started doing live coverage of the Karen Reed trial on our old channel as a daily feature. When allegations against the owner of that channel began to overshadow that channel, we made the group decision to move the broadcasts over to my personal YouTube account as not to tarnish our efforts, as our show literally had nothing to do with that man. We made a clean break from that channel, and we expanded from just the coverage of Karen Reed into newscasts and panel shows. It was Shoogie's idea for me to start reading the news every afternoon, so you can both blame him or thank him for both the Daily Show and the newscast. The original idea for our nightly panels was to discuss news issues in a fast-paced, fun environment based on British talk shows. It may have been too much of a departure from what our fans were used to, and eventually we found our niche as your second choice for fun and entertainment, and we're happy to have you here. And speaking of you, we're not going to dox our donors, but we've had a ton of donations and help from people who are genuinely interested in keeping the channel going, keeping me fed, and keeping people entertained. You know who you are. We are especially thankful to all of you, and even if we're miserable at sending out thank you notes, we do appreciate what you do for us and wouldn't be here without you. Hitting 1,000 subscribers may not mean much financially, or at least initially, but every small channel has to start somewhere, and we're working up to 16 hours a day to keep you entertained. So on behalf of Hank, Phil, NCR, Verbo, Becca, Shoogie, Rose, Pants, our owner Gina, Facebook Karen, our hate watcher who forces me to write that damn GoFundMe column each and every day, our wonderful volunteer moderators, and Parsons Mystery Puffy Jacket, plus myself, we just want to thank you all for supporting us and bringing us to this accomplishment. All we can promise is to keep bringing you the same mid-crap that we've been producing since May, and be happy to be your second choice to watch when no one else is live. Again, thank you from all of us at Auditing Insanity. And that's it, folks. I did want to get that on the air, at least live, to thank everybody. It's been a weird, how many months? May till it's end of September now. So, yeah, it's been weird. It's been freaky. We've gone through a lot of stuff. We've gone through a lot of changes. We are, coming along and getting past some goals that I didn't think we'd achieve so quickly. And we only achieved them because I've started doing different tagging, putting some research into titles, using YouTube's promotions feature. I mean, the $25 I put into it was the best non-fast food thing I've done all month. But, yeah, that really, really helped get some eyes on us and helped us get, well, number one, I used a video that made fun of Chili in the worst way, and it had a really funny picture of him on it, so it got a lot of views. And number two, it really helped get 500 and us over the hump of the last, to 1,000 quickly. And of course, I'm out of my mind right now with the fever, so don't mind me too much. Again, tomorrow night we will have our 1,200 subscriber party, followed by my pre-birthday party. Ow, ow, ow. And that is Olive jumping on my chest and leaving marks. And yeah. So thank you to everybody involved in this. And let's get out of here before she gets me again. So I will see you tomorrow with more news, and then our party tomorrow night, then my pre-birthday party on Sunday night, because I'm going to either be unconscious or watching Go Team with the family on Monday night. So take care, all, and stop it, Olive. Don't get me, Olive. Okay. Olive, 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 olive. Olive, 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 don't stab me. Olive, 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 please don't stab. Daddy is not a pincushion olive, baby. Daddy doesn't need new scars on his areas below the waist. Don't stab, don't stab, don't stab, Daddy. Oh, the ears of the people listening to this song. Yeah, 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 it's olive, olive, olive all the time. Olive, olive needs a webcam of her own. Something, something, olive, 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 olive. Olive, 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 olive. Yeah, olive. Just stab me good, I'm in pain, good night.